All right, catching up with the breaking news from this weekend. LeBron James has unfollowed our own Kendrick Perkins. Perk took to X to respond, simply saying, "Everybody didn't follow Jesus. I'll be okay." Stephen A? Hey, Perk, you're up first. Any thoughts on this one?
Me? You know, let me tell you something, y'all. There are moments like, look. Shannon, you know, I mean, could you put them up on the screen? I want to see my brothers. I want to see my brothers right now. And, of course, I want to see Molly, even though she's biting my colors. That's all right. You know, listen, y'all. Listen, I love everybody. You know, Shay, Ryan Clark, Swagoo, Doggy Orlovsky, Kimberly, Mina, Monica, Andreas, Janae. You too, Molly. The point is this, y'all. You know, as I sit up here, there are moments, you know, Wendy and the Wojs and the Jay Williams. There are moments with my boy Big Perk. I mean, I just love him so much, Shannon. I just love the brother so much. I mean, I swear, listen, I almost choked. They almost had to call the paramedics for me when I saw this damn tweet. Because I thought I was eating when I saw it, and I damn near choked on my food. I was laughing so hard, you know, because it was the perfect quote. Now, Perk, I don't know. There could be nothing going on. You could just be doing your job. You just feel what you feel, and LeBron took offense, or there could be more to it. I don't know. You got your side of it. Rich Paul and them gonna say what they go. Who knows? All I know is this. I just respect the hell out of the fact that you, as a former player, just like you as a former player, Shannon, just like RC and Swagger and all that stuff, you're gonna call it like you see it, man. I just want y'all to know I appreciate it, especially when it's that damn funny. That was the damn tweet of the month. Yeah, I just looking at something. I'm like, what? Jesus? And he said they didn't follow. Some folks didn't follow Jesus. I'll be fine. I'll be okay. Hilarious. Perfect response, because these cats try to act like, yo, you can't have an opinion, and oh my God, if you feel differently than them, you ain't worth the damn. Bump all that. I ain't mad at you, Perk. I ain't mad at you at all.
Yeah, I respect Perk's opinion, although I didn't agree with it. LeBron was asked a question about Kyrie, and he basically said, look, he said, I'm extremely excited for him. We know what type of player he was playing alongside me. He and I playing together. We won a championship, went to 2 NBA finals. But I'm mad as hell the guy ain't my running mate anymore. And I thought that was a perfectly fine response. Perk didn't view it that way. Perk viewed it in a way that he thought he was trying to upstage Kyrie and take some of Kyrie's shine. That's not the way I viewed it. But Perk's entitled to his opinion. Although, you know, we can have an opinion, Stephen A., you have an opinion, and we disagree. Right. It's kind of like Janae and Andrea, they just have an opinion. Stephen A., we disagree with it. I'm not about unfollow somebody because I have a disagreement or they have a disagreement about my opinion. That's not how I operate. But clearly, you know, LeBron probably felt some type of way like, bro, all I was doing was giving an honest response, and someone had tried to make it more than what it was. So I don't have a problem with what Perk did, because that's his opinion. And LeBron, if he felt some type of way, that's the way he feels. I'm not going to here to tell him how he should or shouldn't feel. But I did laugh. So Perk, so now you Jesus? So you might not be Jesus, what, you John the Baptist? I mean, which one?
No. I mean, I didn't say. I mean, anybody with comprehensive skills would have known.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
Myself to Jesus. I'm just saying. But what I'm saying is this. Imagine unfollowing me on Twitter, but you still got to wake up and watch me on TV every day, because I ain't going nowhere anytime soon. That's number one. Number two, I think LeBron James got sensitive over the last couple weeks, because I've been calling him out or have to speak on certain things that he may disagree with, like the firing of Darvin Ham or the coaching search for the Lakers, or even having to touch on the Bronny James situation when it comes down to dealing with the draft. At the end of the day, everyone on this television, including USA, because you and I over the last 3 years, and Molly, you could contest to this, we have been going back and forth. And name me somebody, probably other than Shannon, that has been coming on here lobbying and defending for LeBron James like I have been on the basketball side of things.
That's totally true.
And
totally true.
And a few times that I disagree with you, you get in your feelings, and you don't pick up the phone and hit me up or send me a text. And you know the disappointing part about it is that I get a call or text from Rich Paul. Bron, I've been knowing you since 1999, brother. We played AAU basketball together. We played against each other in AAU basketball. We played in the McDonald's All-American game together. We was in the same draft. Like, you have my phone number. Like, if you had a problem with anything I said, and we could have picked up the phone and had a conversation. But instead, you took to the pub. You knew the world was going to see it eventually that you unfollowed me because they have all these stalkers that have their stuff on alert that I don't know how, like, we're living in weird times. No, seriously, ain't that crazy that you can unfollow somebody and it sends an alert to somebody to let the world know that you unfollowed them? We're living in weird times at the moment.
Well, they need to change that.
It is weird.
Hey, Stephen A., can I say this? Social media need to do something about that. IG, the people don't need to see who I'm following. Why you need to see who I'm following? Why do Twitter, y'all need to see who I follow or unfollow? Hey, Zuckerberg and whoever owns, I think Elon Musk, y'all need to do something about this, man.
Well, let me say this. Are y'all ready for this? Let me say this last comment. Listen, I didn't necessarily, I didn't agree with Perk in that particular situation, although I believe that what Perk accused LeBron of, LeBron has done in the past. I don't think it was a big deal. I don't think it was something to react to. Here's what I will say. The fact that LeBron reacted the way that he reacted, and there was an alert that went out to let the world know, highlights what Perk was saying.
Absolutely.
I think the thing, you know what I think it was, Molly?
Go ahead,
Molly,
Ken.
can I say this?
Yeah, of
I
course.
think the thing, Perk, what it was for everything that you said. You played AAU with him. You've known him since '99. Y'all came out in the McDonald's All-American game. And he said, you of all people know me. If somebody else had said that, LeBron James wouldn't have batted an eye. It was because you know him so well, Perk, and you're so close, he would have thought that, you know what? You would have reached out and did the same thing.
It's a good point, Perk.
I think he's thinking the same thing you're thinking, Perk.
And I'm with you on that, but it's just, it comes to a point, Shannon, and I don't know how much time we got, but it comes to a point, right, where it ended up being him and JJ starting a podcast called Mind the Game. And they're supposed to go in a different direction talking about X's and O's, right? And then all of a sudden it comes to this moment about Kyrie Irving, right? Okay, give him praise. Give him praise and give him his flowers. I have no problem with that. But you know that once you say, man, I miss playing with him and I miss him being my running mate, that's going to be the clip that's going to be taken away from it. Now all of a sudden, that's the stuff that we're going to be talking about when it should be solely based on Kyrie Irving. At the end of the day, I have no problem with LeBron James giving his flowers, but like Stephen A. said, it's been past instances where he always put himself in the conversation.
Hey, Molly?
Man, you got all the limelight. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, don't worry about it. My only thing I want to say is this, because I know we got to go. We can, Shannon, and I'm going to say this, we could spend the next 2 hours insulting LeBron James. It would still come up to 1% compared to the 99% of the things we compliment him about. The man is on the Mount Rushmore of basketball. That's why I used to have this ticker. And Rich Paul and them keep messing with me. I'm going to start playing that ticker whenever I'm talking about him. Great husband, great father, great director, great actor, great businessman, great this.
Yes.
It's like, damn, listen, and this is the thing. And this is the thing that I'm going to say this, Molly. It's offensive. This part about LeBron is offensive. You got little kids out here, teenagers, shouldn't say little kids, teenagers, young adults, whatever, will walk around and the favorite word is hating on LeBron. That is ridiculous. We praise practically everything about this man. We've done everything but erect a statue for him. Yeah, we gonna highlight things from time to time that you might do that's a bit off kilter. But we speak glowingly about him, not just as a player, Molly, as a person, as a role model, as a businessman, as a father, as a husband, everything. And the second you say something that they don't like, the crew is reaching out to you like, yo, you crucifying them. And that is and LeBron feeds it. He literally feeds it. And he does it, Molly, in the worst way because he doesn't do it directly. The only time he did it directly was against Barkley when he had had enough. And he spoke up. Other than that, LeBron uses folks to do his bidding for him. And what Perk and others have said, Shannon, even you did this one time. I'm right here. You got something to say, say it. You had to even say that about LeBron. And I don't know any bigger fan of LeBron James than you.
All right, I got to go to break.
I will say this. I had a situation, Molly, I'll say this, that I actually had a conversation with Kevin Durant when he had just got traded to Phoenix, and we happened to be having the Super Bowl in Phoenix. And I saw him say, damn, that's a tall guy. And I walked up, and by the time I was walking up, he was turning around. And he said, bro, let me holler at you right quick. And he and I had a conversation. I explained to him things that I've said, why I said it, the passion in which I speak about all topics. So I really, I commended him. I say, bro, I appreciate you pulling me to the side. You had a problem with what I had to say. But but Perk, you're right. I think for me, and I don't like speaking for people, but I think that has more to do with it because you know him so well. He felt that you should have did what you asked him to do. Hit a text, call me. You got my number. Holler at your boy. Let me know. Hey, Brian, that's just what I'm thinking. Blah blah blah. You can say yeah or nay. But one more thing before we go. I know you said that he and JJ had that podcast, Mind the Game, and it's supposed to be X's and O's. Let me tell you something. If you ever want to start a podcast, and this is what I tell Stephen A., you got to be able to adapt. You got to be able to branch out. Because if all you talk about X's and O's, it ain't gonna last very long. You have to talk about other things.
Been saying that for months. Perk been saying that for months.
All right, guys, your ticker's up, but I got to get in a commercial break here. Coming up, the finals move to Dallas for Game 3.